Okay, I think we should start. Shalom to everybody. On behalf of MASHAV, the Israeli Agency for International Cooperation, the Embassy of Israel in India, and MATC, MASHAV Center for Agricultural Training, we're very honored to welcome you all and thank you for joining us today for this special event marking World Water Day 2025. World Water Day, held annually on March 22nd, serves as a reminder of the critical importance of water. It highlights the need of collective actions towards a more sustainable and equitable management of our water resources. Today, we are pleased to commemorate this day by sharing Israel's innovative contributions to water management, emphasizing our commitment to collaborative solutions that address this need of communities worldwide. I would like to invite Ambassador Irit Savion, MASHAV Deputy Director, to share her welcome address.
Thank you very much, Alina. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever you are on our planet. I am very honored to be with you online today, commemorating together the International Water Day. MASHAV, Israel Agency for International Development Cooperation, has been commemorating those international days for many years, especially days that are connected to development issues. We find it very important sometimes to stop and pause and think about what we do, how we do, what is the situation in the world in different areas, and where can we go. And I believe that those days give us this short pause that today we'll think about this subject as we have our routine and our work and our everyday life. Today we are very, very honored to have this lecture led by Engineer Noah Amsalem, which is a water expert and MASHAV water attaché in India. Thank you very much, Noah, for joining us today. A few words about Noah, with your permission. Engineer Noah Amsalem holds a degree in environmental engineering from the Technion Institute of Technology in Israel, one of the best universities in Israel, as well as master's degree in business administration and law. She has extensive experience in planning of water supply system and has served as the chief engineer of a municipal water corporation in Israel, specializing in urban water supply. Additionally, she previously headed the Water and Agriculture Department at the Commercial Attaché of the Israeli Embassy in New Delhi. For the past year and a half, she has served as Israel Water Attaché in India, promoting bilateral relations in the water sector, working closely with both federal and state governments, and gaining deep insight into the challenges India faces in water resources. And if I may add, Noah has done she's in relocation in New Delhi with her family and is doing an amazing work with the different institutes and government levels in India. And as we all know, India is a very, very big country. But Noah is also supporting our embassies in the whole continent of Asia if they have issues connected to water. And we truly appreciate all your hard work and great work. In India, Israel has 32 excellence centers in agriculture and other centers of work, also with special water projects. It's a huge cooperation, which we would like to also share with the world. So thank you all for joining us today. Happy Water Day. Water is a good subject. Thank you very much, Noah, for doing it. And thank you to my colleagues, Alina and Dalia, who have arranged it all. And let us drink water. Thank you, Noah.
Thank you very much, Irit, for the nice introduction. And hello, everyone. It's nice to see you from all over the world. It's nice to see also familiar faces from India, familiar names. So my name is Noah Amsalem, and as Irit said, I'm the water attaché at the Embassy of Israel in India. This is a unique position, one of its kind in the world, and its main purpose is to strengthen the relationship between the two countries in water-related issues. I'm based in New Delhi, and I work closely with the federal and state government in order to understand their challenges in water management and find a way to share and adapt Israeli know-how that has brought Israel to be a world leader in water management. My presentation today will be divided to 3 parts. First, it will be a short, brief introduction of the Global Water Management Challenge, since we are talking about World Water Day. Then I will a little bit elaborate about Israel as a world leader in water management. And finally, I will speak about India as a case study for collaboration in water sector. So I will show my presentation. In the end, there will be time for questions. Okay, so some key numbers that I'm sure we all know. Freshwater make up to 3% of all water on Earth. 29% of freshwater exists as groundwater. It means that extraction, treatment, and infrastructure investment are required to make it accessible. And only 1% of freshwater is easily accessible. Only 0.03 of Earth's total water is directly available for human use. Global organizations claim that 2/3 of the world population may experience severe pressure on this resource in the coming years. How we use water varies greatly across countries and industries. Every person, product, and country have a water footprint. The total amount of water used directly and indirectly. Most of the world's fresh water, around 65%, is used for agriculture. In India, the numbers are even higher, especially for crops like rice and wheat, which requires a lot of water to grow. In some countries, this percentage is even higher, as I said. Other major water consumers include industries like textile, energy, and manufacturing. Household use makes small part of the water consumption. Many countries import water-intensive products like food and clothing, which means their water footprint is actually affecting other parts of the world. For looking at water footprint per person, countries like USA, Australia, and Indonesia have some of the highest numbers. The availability of water is also a challenge. Climate change, population growth, and shifting weather patterns increase water stress, causing droughts and floods that disrupt supply. Even the food we eat has a huge impact. For example, producing 1 kilogram of chocolate takes 24,000 liters of water. Even a simple cup of coffee takes 140 liters to produce. As demand for water grows due to population increase, the challenge becomes even bigger. That's why sustainable water management, conservation efforts, and innovative solutions like water recycling and efficient irrigation are more important than ever. Water scarcity is one of the biggest challenges the world is facing, but not all water shortages are the same. Some countries experience physical water scarcity, meaning they simply don't have enough fresh water due to natural conditions. Other countries face economic water scarcity, meaning they technically have water, but lack the infrastructure, technology, or funding to provide clean and reliable access to their people. Why is water scarcity getting worse? Climate change, for sure. Rising temperature and unpredictable rainfall lead to longer droughts and more extreme storms, making it harder to manage water resource. Just now I read that in Israel, it was the driest winter in a long time. and the height of the Kinneret, the Sea of Galilee level, is very low. I'm sure it happens in other places of the world. Of course, population growth and urbanization, more people mean more demand for water. Fast-growing cities struggle to keep up, leading to shortage and poor water quality. Water pollution, industrial waste, agriculture, chemicals, and urban sewage contaminate rivers and lakes, making clean water even harder to find. And water conflicts. Many rivers and lakes cross national borders, leading to political tension over who gets how much water. What can be done? Solving the water crisis requires smart policies, new technologies, international cooperation, and better management. Solutions like efficient irrigation, wastewater recycling, desalination, and reducing pollution can make a big difference because, like we like to say in Israel, every drop counts. So again, I said it, but now I will elaborate a little more about strategic strategies to sustainable water management. And this will lead me to what we do in Israel because it's very similar. So one of the most important things is policy and regulation, ensuring responsible use, conservation, and quality control. Strategic enforcement drives investment in infrastructure, wastewater treatment, and innovation, while preventing overpumping, pollution, and mismanagement. Later on, I will speak about how it's been managed in Israel. Education also has a great role. Public awareness, raising awareness about the importance of water conservation and sustainable practices is crucial. Educational programs can empower communities to take action and adopt water-saving habits. Alternative water sources. If we talk about desalination or wastewater treatment, all of these are practices that can reduce the pressure on the natural water sources. And efficient water use, if it's reducing the non-revenue water or the losses of water, precise agriculture, drip irrigation, and smart water technologies. If it's IoT, sensor, data analysis, all those things that contribute to efficient management. Now, I will elaborate a little bit about Israel as a global leader in water management. So first, to those of you that are not familiar, Israel has always faced serious water challenges. It has a semi-arid climate and it sits on the edge of the desert, receiving very little rainfall. It has only one natural lake, the Sea of Galilee, the Kinneret, and two main underground aquifers as its primarily freshwater sources. At the same time, a rapidly growing population and a booming economy have continuously increased demand for water. For many years, this created a major water crisis in Israel, with frequent shortages and concern over long-term water security. But instead of relying on nature alone, Israel took bold government decisions and invested in innovative water technologies to completely change the situation. Thanks to those strategies, Israel now produces more water than it consumes and even share water with neighbor countries. Water plays a key role in diplomatic relations. For example, Israel supplies millions of cubic meters of water to Jordan every year as part of the peace agreement between the two countries. There are four main reasons why Israel is a global leader in water management. The first is strong government regulation and policy. In Israel, water is considered a national resource. The Water Law of 1959 established that all water sources belong to the public and are managed by the government. The Israel Water Authority oversees water allocation, pricing, and infrastructure development, ensuring fair and efficient use. Pumping limits and permits prevent overpump groundwater. To guarantee a stable water supply, Israel developed long-term master plans incorporating desalination, wastewater treatment, and groundwater management. Those plan help the country prepare for future challenges and prevent water crisis. Water in Israel is not cheap. Pricing reflects the real cost of production, treatment, and distribution. While this means consumers pay more, it also discourages waste and ensures financial sustainability for continued investment in water infrastructure. The second reason for the success of Israel is diverse water sources. Israel has developed a range of solutions to secure its water supply. Instead of relying solely on rainfall and underground aquifers, the country integrates multiple water sources. Of course, seawater desalination now supplies over 70% of domestic water consumption in Israel. Israel operates some of the world's most advanced seawater desalination plants in Hadera, Sorek, Palmachim, Ashdod. Those plants are reverse osmosis technology, where seawater is forced through membranes to remove salt and impurities, producing fresh drinking water. Although desalination is, of course, more expensive to produce comparing to natural resources, it provides a reliable and independent water source, reducing dependency on rainfall. Wastewater recycling is also a major pillar in Israel water supply. Israel leads the world in wastewater recycling, with more than 90% of its treated wastewater reuse, mainly for agriculture. Instead of discharging sewage water into the environment, we treat and purify it to make it safe for irrigation. Facilities like the Shafdan wastewater treatment plant are among the most advanced in the world, turning wastewater into a valuable resource. This approach significantly reduces the demand for fresh water in agriculture, freeing up more clean water for domestic and industrial use. And of course, also natural water is one of the main sources, but as you can see in the graph, the amount is even reducing when the total consumption is growing. The third main reason is smart management and efficient use. Israel is at the forefront of smart water management using AI, IoT sensors, real-time data analysis to monitor and optimize water usage. Technologies like smart water meters in homes and businesses detect leaks and alert consumers to unusual water consumption. AI-driven monitoring systems help detect leaks in underground pipes before they cause major water losses. Unlike many other countries where 30, even 50% of water is lost due to old infrastructure and leaks, Israel keeps water loss below 10%. You can see in the picture also acoustic sensors that detect leaks in underground pipes before they become visible. Advanced repair technologies allow quick fix, preventing significant water waste. The Water Corporation in Israel, they do a regular infrastructure upgrade, ensure that pipes and water system remain in top condition for minimizing the water loss. And of course, efficient water use is also in agriculture, help farmers optimize irrigation schedules, saving water while maintaining high crop yields. Israel revolutionized agriculture with drip irrigation. It minimized waste and maximized efficiency. Instead of flooding fields with water, which lead to evaporation and runoff, Drip irrigation ensures that crops get the precise amount of water they need, I'm sure you know. Those technologies make Israel water infrastructure highly efficient, reducing waste and ensuring that every drop is used wisely. Fourth is public awareness and conservation programs. Water, as I said before, was always been a scarce and precious resource in Israel. And over the years, the government has taken significant steps to promote water conservation and responsible use. One of the most impactful efforts was a national awareness campaign, combined with economic incentives like water pricing reforms and taxes that I will talk about later, to encourage sustainable consumption. In 2008, during a severe water crisis, the Israeli government launched a famous Israelis Drying Up, Israel Mityabesh campaign. The campaign included mass media outreach. You can see here TV commercials, billboards, digital content featuring celebrities, urging people to reduce water waste with the face drying, peeling from drying. Practical conservation tips like messages encourage households to take short showers, turn off the taps while brushing teeth and fix leaks. And real-time impact updates. The public was regularly informed about water levels in the Sea of Galilee to emphasize the urgency of the situation. The campaign and the other steps that I will speak about was highly effective. In just 1 year, Israelis reduced their water consumption by nearly 15%, saving about 100 million cubic meters of water. It's almost the output of an entire desalination plant. Another method, as I said, was the drought tax, Mas Batzoret, to further reinforce conservation efforts. It was in 2009, households that exceeded their basic water allowance were charged significantly higher rates. This progressive pricing system penalized excessive water use, making wasteful consumption financially unsustainable. And as I said, the tax combining with the public awareness campaign led to further reduction in water use. Although the tax was later revoked, it had a lasting effect on the public behavior, making Israelis more conscious about their water usage. Even after the drought crisis, Israel restructured its water pricing system to reflect the true cost of production and treatment. Water prices were increased to cover the cost of desalination, wastewater treatment, and infrastructure. And households now pay according to the usage. As you can see here in the photo, there is a basic consumption is priced affordably, and excessive use is charged in a higher rate. And one more nice thing that the government did and also made an impact is, you can see in the small picture, this very simple device called Chaschamim. The government subsidized those devices to the people, and they reduced the water flow without compromising functionality. Any household receive free or discounted Chaschamim, contributing to long-term water savings. So, despite of being a water-scarce country, Israel successfully built a diverse and resilient water supply system by combining natural sources, desalination, and wastewater recycling. Thanks to those advancements, even though total water consumption has increased, reliance on natural water sources has significantly decreased. With a total water consumption of about 2.6 billion cubic meters annually, Israel's smart water management strategies have transformed a crisis into opportunity. Thanks to desalination and wastewater recycling, Israel is no longer depends on unpredictable rainfall, securing a sustainable water future for generations to come. The Israel Water Authority has recently published an updated draft of its water, sewage, and reclaimed water master plan, outlining the country's water management strategies until 2075. This long-term plan is designed to address future challenges, including population growth, climate change, and the need to preserve natural water sources. The key objective of the plan will be ensuring a stable and high-quality water supply, upgrading wastewater and reclaimed water infrastructure, enhancing reclaimed water quality, and advancing innovative water technologies, public engagement, and transparency. This master plan is the base for work for the entire water sector in Israel, for cooperation, coordination of stakeholders, for policy formulation, for long-term development, and for setting goals on the water sector management. Some innovative water technologies from Israel that I thought that would be interesting is, of course, the soil aquifer treatment, that method that is being used in Shafdan. It's a natural method for purifying wastewater by filtering it through layers of soil and sand. At the Shafdan facility, one of the largest soil aquifer treatment systems in the world, around 160 million cubic meters per year of treated wastewater are produced. The water is channeled into the ground, where it undergoes natural filtration, removing organic matters. The result is high quality water sustainable for agriculture, irrigation, and groundwater recharge. From Shafdan area, from Tel Aviv region, main center of Israel, the water goes a long distance, I think nearly 100 kilometers to the Negev area, to the desert area for irrigation. Another innovation come from Israel, I'm sure you all know, is drip irrigation. It's pioneered in Israel, and it's a game changer of water-scarce region like India and in the world. Unlike traditional flood irrigation, drip irrigation delivers water directly to the plant root, minimizing evaporation and runoff. If we speak about desalination, so advanced technologies like reverse osmosis and thermal desalination are implemented in major desalination plants in Israel, utilize high efficiency membranes and energy recovery systems to reduce cost and environmental impact. And you can see on the right pipe inspection, an autonomous smart submarine designed for real-time monitoring and inspection of underwater pipelines. And the system can detect leaks, structural weaknesses, and other anomalies using AI-driven sensors and providing continuous data. Smart water meters. Israel has implemented a nationwide smart water metering system allowing real-time monitoring of water consumption. The meters use IoT technology, cloud-based analysis, and AI-driven leak detection to improve water efficiency and reduce waste. Atmospheric water generation. Israel was pioneer in developing atmospheric water generation technology, which extract moisture from the air to produce clean drinking water. The Israeli companies have designed highly efficient energy-saving systems that can operate in diverse climates, providing sustainable water source for remote communities. And it's not complete without AI and remote sensors, remote detection. Israeli companies utilize satellite-based synthetic aperture radar technology to detect underground moisture levels. Another technology is remote sensing and AI to monitor lakes, reservoirs, and other water bodies using satellite imagery and advanced data analysis. And now let's talk a little bit about water crisis in India, and what is the meaning of our cooperation with the Indian government. So India's water crisis is a complex and growing challenge affecting millions across the country. India has 18% of the world population, but only 4% of global freshwater resource. And it's one of the most water-stressed nations in the world. Groundwater plays a crucial role in India's water supply, providing 80% of the country's drinking water and 2/3 of its irrigation needs. However, excessive extraction, particularly in agriculture states like Punjab, has caused water tables to drop dramatically. In many areas, wells must be dug deeper each year, making water access more difficult and expensive. Nearly 70% of India's water sources are contaminated, and almost half of the country's rivers are unsafe for drinking or irrigation. Rapid urbanization has worsened water scarcity in India's major cities. In Bangalore last year, 2024, over-extraction of groundwater, inefficient water management, and infrastructure challenges have led to a severe crisis, with the residents relying on expensive private water tankers. The city lakes, once a key water source, are heavily polluted or have dried up. Also, Chennai faced a similar crisis in 2019 when its main reservoirs nearly ran dry, forcing authorities to transport water by train. India's water crisis is further aggravated by climate change. Rising temperature, irregular rainfall, and extreme weather events have increased both drought and floods, making water availability even more unpredictable. For example, rural areas in Rajasthan experience prolonged drought, while sudden monsoon leads to devastating floods in other parts of the country. Here I wanted to show you some prediction that was done in the previous years. If you can put yourself on mute. אלינה, את יכולה לעזור עם זה? Okay. You can see on the left, it was published in the Indian newspapers about 10 years ago, and it showing future water demand projection and the socioeconomic impact of water scarcity. The projection was that several highly populated states, Rajasthan, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and New Delhi, will experience extreme water stress. And 25 major Indian cities, including New Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad, were predicted to run out of groundwater by 2020. By 2025, after several actions being done by the Indian government, we can see that although India faces significant water challenge, but those predictions have not fully materialized. However, the work is still have to be done. Those cities continue to experience water shortages, especially during dry seasons. Another prediction in this article was that 6% of GDP loss by 2050 due to water shortage. This is something that concerns Indian government very much. And it's underscored the urgent need for better water resource management. The gap between water demand and supply continues to widen, making sustainable efforts crucial. By 2030, the demand that should be 1,500 billion cubic meters in India is projected to exceed supply. That will be almost half of this. And it's signaling a severe water crisis. If we look at the right picture, timeline forecast from a 2025 perspective. Some of the predictions made for 2019 and 2020 were partially realized, but not to the extreme. In 2019, Chennai did experience a severe water crisis, as I said, and by 2020, Bangalore, Delhi, and Hyderabad continued to face severe water stress. If we look at the 2030 forecast, that's stating that 40% of Indians will lack access to drinking water, it's still a major concern. Many rural and urban areas already struggle with safe drinking water availability, but government initiatives, infrastructure improvement, and water conservation efforts aim to mitigate this crisis. The 2040 prediction claimed that almost all of India will lack drinking water is alarming, while current trends indicate worsening water shortages. Technological advancement and policy change would help slow or prevent such an extreme scenario. The Indian government is actively addressing water management challenges through initiatives like the Jal Jeevan mission, Amrut mission, National Mission for Clean Ganga. As of February 2025, the Jal Jeevan mission has provided tap water connections to over 150 million rural households, aiming for universal coverage by 2028. These programs demonstrate the government's commitment to enhancing water infrastructure and ensuring sustainable access nationwide. And there's still much work to be done, with many factors influencing India's water crisis, as you can see here. And those factors can be divided into three main categories. If we're looking at government policies, human behavior, and natural factors. So for government policies, we can put multiple stakeholders and coordination issues, because water in India is managed by different government agencies. Water is a state subject. Every state has its own challenges and own solutions and own policy. Since so many groups are involved, it is harder to manage it. Water pricing is also a major factor because in many regions in India, water is either heavily subsidized or not priced at all, leading to overconsumption and inefficient use. And one of the most important things is the lack of pricing mechanisms prevent the generation of necessary revenue for maintaining and upgrading infrastructure. In Israel, I didn't tell you that, but it's a closed economy circle. Every money that comes inside the circle is being invested in the infrastructure. There are also policy and regulatory gaps because India has water management policies, but some maybe benefit from updates and stronger implementation. And aging infrastructure, it's related to the water prices. Many water supply systems in India are outdated with leaking pipes and inefficient distribution. A lot of water is lost before it even reaches the people. Human behaviors, we can put over extraction of groundwater, water pollution and contamination, if it's industrial waste, chemical runoff from farms and untreated sewage that contaminate rivers and lakes, agriculture practices and inefficient irrigation, because agriculture takes up the most water in India, but many farmers still use methods like flood irrigation, which waste a lot of water. Urbanization and its impact on water sources, because as cities expand, natural areas that absorb rainwater are being replaced by asphalt. This reduces the groundwater recharge while increasing demand. And declining surface water levels. Many of India's rivers, lakes, and reservoirs are shrinking due to overuse, pollution, and lower rainfall. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say that there are also natural factors, of course, climate change, changing monsoon patterns, extreme weather events. As I said, it's a problem. It's a global problem. Okay, now to the interesting part. So what do we do in the India-Israel collaboration? A disclaimer. While India can benefit, like any other nation, from Israel's expertise in water management, desalination, irrigation, this partnership is not just about Israel teaching India. It's a mutual exchange of knowledge. India has a rich history of traditional water conservation methods, and India is home to world-class engineers, researchers, and innovative startups developing new solutions for water sustainability. Israel does not claim to have all the answers, especially if we're looking at the scale. We seek to share the knowledge and experience we have gained over decades and work together to adapt, refine, and scale those solutions in a way that best fits India's unique needs. By combining Israeli innovation with India's expertise and scale, both nations can develop new water solutions that can benefit not only our countries, but the entire world. Oh, sorry. So main focus areas that we are working on. First is enhance cooperation on research and development. India and Israel are and will collaborate on joint research projects aimed at improving water conservation and management. Those projects are bringing together leading institutes from both countries. For example, Tel Aviv University are working closely with IIT Madras to develop innovative water technologies, specifically designed to address India's unique challenges. The second pillar of collaboration is the exchange programs for knowledge transfer. Like most of you are aware of MASHAV work. Experts from India and Israel are participating in structural exchange programs and delegations, allowing them to share best practices, technical expertise, and innovative approaches to water management. Joint project for localized solutions, co-develop pilot project to test advanced water solutions, including wastewater treatment, desalination, and efficient irrigation systems. Those projects are not only showcasing Israeli technology, but also ensure it can be adapted to India's environmental conditions and infrastructure. Another way of cooperation is policy and institutional framework support. We're working together on strengthening water management policies by providing technical guidance, sharing policy models, and offering strategic advice. And of course, awareness and capacity buildings. I just came back from Chennai. We had a very nice capacity building program with almost 50 engineers, water engineers from all over India. It's a key part of our partnership. Training programs, workshops, seminars for policymakers, engineers, farmers, and local communities. By leveraging the expertise of both nations, the program aims to drive behavioral changes and encourage innovative solutions. And after all of this, I think you can understand by yourself what are the technologies India can utilize from Israel, but I will speak a little bit about it. So, of course, the first will be drip irrigation. It's one of the strongest areas that Israeli companies are working in India right now. Because in India, agriculture consumes over 80% of available fresh water, as I said. So drip irrigation offers a sustainable solution. There are studies, recent studies, including one from Indian Council of Agricultural Research, have shown that using drip irrigation in rice can cut water use by 50% while maintaining or even increasing the yield. Similarly, trials with sugarcane have demonstrated higher sucrose content and better growth with significantly less water. Those two crops, sugarcane and rice, are a very extensive use of water in India. If we talk about comprehensive management, water management plans, so Israel's expertise in developing national, regional, and urban water management plans can be highly beneficial. For India, where water availability varies significantly across states, by implementing integrated water resource management strategies, India can optimize its water use across agriculture, industry, and urban areas. For example, in cities which frequently experience water shortages, real-time water monitoring systems can help detect leaks, manage distribution, and reduce waste. At a national level, long-term planning can help balance water supply between monsoon-rich regions and drought-prone areas. Wastewater treatment and reuse. I personally believe that it can be a game changer to India water problem because it's turning waste into resource, and it's a resource that India has many of. So Israel expertise can be a breakthrough solution for India, where wastewater from cities often goes untreated and pollute rivers. In water-stressed states like Rajasthan, Maharashtra, setting up advanced treatment plants can convert municipal wastewater into a safe irrigation source for farmers. There are sewage treatment plants across India, but most of the water goes back to the environment without reuse. So using it for agriculture will reduce the pressure on freshwater resources. And of course, industrial wastewater treatment can be implemented in cities where factories currently discharge pollutants into the rivers. Efficient water management. In India, the average of water lost, non-revenue water, is up to 40% in urban water supply due to leaks or outdated infrastructure. The Israelis water utilities, תאגידי המים, have perfected the techniques to detect leaks, optimize the supply networks, and improve revenue collection. Implementing similar methods in India can increase available water supply without needing additional resources. Key strategies include smart metering, but not only. It can be digital leak detection systems and district metered areas to track water loss in real time. So by investing in better infrastructure and management system, water utilities can reduce waste, improve financial sustainability, and provide more consistent service to citizens. Desalination. India has a long coastline, yet freshwater shortage persists in coastal cities like Chennai, Mumbai, and Visakhapatnam. Israel has successfully, as I showed you, turned seawater into a major drinking water source. So by adopting those techniques, India can secure a stable water supply to coastal population. Nature-based solutions, one of my favorites, because I think it really matches the Indian needs. Lakes, ponds, and rivers are rapidly damaged due to pollution and mismanagement. And nature-based solutions, wetlands, biofiltration, in-situ treatment can help revive Indian water bodies. In cities like Bangalore, Udaipur, there are lakes that shrunk due to urbanization, floating wetlands and microbial treatment can use to naturally clean water and restore aquatic ecosystem. And use and treatment of saline water with specialized desalination and filtration technologies. Brackish or saline water can be treated and used for agriculture, industry. I'm talking about saline water because due to overpumping of the groundwater in India, a lot of the water also become more salted. In Rajasthan, for example, you can find values that almost matching sea level of salinity. And the methods that Israeli farmers in the Negev and Arava region use to grow crops can be also implemented in India. I think this is the last slide. So while Israeli water technologies and expertise have the potential to greatly improve India's water management, several challenges must be addressed to ensure successful implementation. First is the geographic variations, differences. We have vastly different climates and water challenges. Israel, as I said, semi-arid country, designed its water technologies for scarcity and efficient conservation, whereas India has diverse conditions ranging from desert regions like Rajasthan to monsoon-dependent agriculture states like West Bengal and Kerala. For example, drip irrigation, which works exceptionally well in Israel, dry climate must be adapted for water intensive crops like rice and sugarcane growth in India. Similar wastewater treatment plants designed for Israel urban centers must be modified to handle India's high organic waste content and seasonal variations. Addressing those differences requires customization, testing, and localized solutions. Oh, sorry. The second difference is cultural. We need to understand the local needs. Water management is not just about technology. It's about behavioral change, government, local practices. In Israel, water is seen as a nationally managed strategic resource, while in India, water governance is highly decentralized, with state government and local authorities making independent decisions. This can lead to challenges in implementing nationwide water policies. Additionally, farming practices differ significantly. Many Indian farmers still rely on traditional irrigation methods, as I said, and shifting to modern techniques requires education, financial support, and trust building. Programs that involve community engaged farmers training, like MASHAV is doing, and government incentives will be key to successful adoption of Israeli innovations. And the third gap is infrastructure and technological, because we have to scale up. We have to scale for India's size and diversity. India shares scale and infrastructure diversity pose challenges in implementing Israel's solution. While Israel water infrastructure is highly advanced and centralized, India is a mix of modern urban facilities and undeveloped rural networks. For example, leak detection systems successfully used in Israel water utilities must be adapted to India's aging pipelines and informal water networks. Or desalination plants, while effective in coastal cities like Chennai, may require large-scale investment and government-private partnership to expand beyond major urban areas. Smart irrigation system must be modified to fit smallholder farms, which dominate Indian agriculture. Investing in local manufacturing, training programs, and infrastructure development will be critical to overcome those barriers. For conclusion, we should encourage continuing collaboration and knowledge exchange between countries to address common challenges in water management and to explore innovative solutions that can benefit our societies and the global community. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Noah. for your amazing lecture. I do have a couple of questions in the chat. I will read them to you. The first one from Tina. Which companies are there for smart water metering in Israel?
There are a few. For example, Arad, Madei Vered. It's easily accessible on Google, or if you need my help, I can send you.
Thank you. Another question. This is a great empowerment program in India. In my country, Zimbabwe, due to climate change, we are now experiencing serious water shortages and drought. My question would be, how can we bring MASHAV programs to Zimbabwe?
This is a question to Elite or to you.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? I was not fully.
From Zimbabwe, they ask how can we bring MASHAV programs to Zimbabwe?
Oh, we will be honored to have your details. We have a non-resident ambassador, a very active friend of mine to Zimbabwe. I know she's trying very hard to bring activities. We do have success, a lot of success in Zambia. We did have participants in programs in Israel from Zimbabwe, but if you will send us our contact or via MATC or whatever, we will put you in touch with the ambassador. I saw the organization on the participants list, the Zimbabwe Defenders, Climate Defenders. I'm sorry, I saw something, I saw in the chat. We will be honored.
Climate
Is it
Defenders.
you, David? Is it you, David, with the camera? Who asked the question?
Yes, thank you. I'm the one who asked the question for Climate Defenders.
Hi, Climate Defenders. Okay. So we will be honored if you send, even if you want your mail or contact info, and we'll ask our ambassador to Zimbabwe to be in touch, to correspond and see what can be done.
Yes, I've sent in my email address. I'll appreciate if I get a correspondence.
Where did you send it, in the chat, or you sent it in the registration?
Yeah, it's in the chat.
In the chat, yes.
It's in the chat. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
diplomatstar@gmail.com.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
There is a reminder here, thank you for that there is also a research collaboration between Tapper Institute in Punjab and Tel Aviv University. Thank you. It's a great collaboration. What is the most common way of irrigation land in India? Flood irrigation. I visited Kerala in south of India a few months ago. Kilometers of fields that are flooded. Kerala is the rice bowl of India, and most of the rice is being grown there. Tagro is a byproduct obtained from wastewater treatment. How safe is this product for edible plant growth? Can this product be introduced to poor countries? I'm not familiar with this. I will have to search. I'm not sure if I'm familiar. I will have to look at the standards of Israel. If you want to leave me your email, I can send you a reply. Marco.
Does anybody want to ask question?
Okay.
What is the scale of wastewater treatment in India if their rivers is so polluted?
About 20%, as I said. Now, recently, they have reduced the standards from 30 BOD to 10, so a lot of the STPs need to be upgrading. But most of the water is not being reused. It's being discharged to the environment, to the rivers, where still pollutant sewage is being flowing there. So it doesn't make an impact. Anyone wants to add something from your experience, how it's happening in your areas? I'm a fan of knowledge sharing, so I would like to hear. Yeah, I know, it's too little. Okay.
Questions?
I will leave you in the chat my email for anything you would like. If you need more information. Water New Delhi MFA GovIL. Contact me if you want. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ambassador Savion. Thank you so much, Noah and Simon, for your amazing and excellent presentation. Thank you all for joining us today. And let's continue to work together for a better world. We wish you a great day and all the best.
Thank you all, and be in touch with our embassies for any further information and cooperation. Thank you all.
Bye.